Hi, this is MTB214. I'm going to be doing a movie review of the Beetlejuice 2 movie. I watched it Saturday night, now it's Monday night. There's going to be some spoilers in this, so if you've not seen it yet, I'd say wait till you see it, then listen. It was definitely a cool movie. Michael Keaton and the mother and Winona Ryder back in the movie from the original, which was cool. Not everyone was back in the cast for this second version of it. It's like 30 years later, more than 30 years, I'm pretty sure, that they made this. But Michael Keaton did very well to be Beetlejuice again. The atmosphere of the movie was very interesting to call back to the original with like the underworld and the house and the model of the house, but the model of the house seemed to be a little less prominent than in the first one. And it was interesting that, like, since there's gonna be some spoilers, one person that wasn't in it was the father of Winona Ryder, of her character, because in real life that actor has had like legal problems with bad things he's done. So he actually sort of is implied in the movie that like he's killed off, that like he was bird watching some tropical island, and that there's like a plane crash when going there and coming back to America, and that he survives it and then gets eaten by a shark. So he's shown in it as like a cartoon, like CGI, sort of like Shrek movie, that you see him there, and then like you see a photo of him on his gravestone, and then he's like in the underworld, that you just see like half a person because the shark got him, so you just see him like, you know, with his chest down, half like, you know, partially eaten. And they had other people in the underworld too. They didn't have that old lady like in the first one, but there's other things, and there's the shrunken head guys. There's more than one of those, and that they actually, some of them work for Beetlejuice at his office with, like, you know, call for him to help the bioexorcist. So they're what do you call it? It's like a call center, that they're working at his call center. And in the movie, Winona Ryder is an adult, and she sees ghosts, and that's her job. She has a TV show about that, and she thinks she sees Beetlejuice and gets freaked out a few times. And she doesn't have such a great relationship with her daughter, which is like Jenny Ortega in this. And Jenny Ortega thinks that, like, you know, ghosts and all that stuff is baloney. She doesn't believe any of that. And the mother, she doesn't really seem to be in that, but like, she's became successful with her art career, like, you know, having all that weird art at the house and changing the house, that she's successful now. And they have some scenes at the house that they're like inside it in that room, and then the mother locks it off, as does Winona Ryder, and but that happens. When was that? It was like closer to the beginning to the middle of the movie. And so the daughter, Jenny Ortega, she's like, you know, bored there. She doesn't like being in this town, or like, you know, she doesn't seem happy about life in general with most things, like her mother, like Winona Ryder, sort of. And she goes and makes a friend with some guy that she's riding her bike to like get away from her mom or grandma, and that she goes to some house and, like, you know, crashes through the fence into a tree, and there's a guy hanging there, a teen guy, and then talks to him, and he invites her back, and, like, you know, his parents are there, and then she says, like, she and him like befriend each other, and about like, he said that he's a ghost. He admits it to her. So like, she has the same power as her mother, that Jenny Ortega can see ghosts. But then she goes, she's like, tempted by him to go to see her father. Her father was killed too. It was in the Amazon, and like he's seen in the afterlife too. The afterlife is sort of added on to that. There's more things there. There's something funny. It's like Soul Train, to go to the great beyond in different places, or like hell, or different things in there. So there's more added to the underworld there, but there's that same like hallway with the different rooms to go to. So it was interesting to see that expanded upon. And other things with the movie is that there's the sandworm in it. It seems to be like CGI. It doesn't look that great. It looks okay, but I think it looked better in the original movie for the sandworm in it. And what else? It ends up that Jenny Ortega, the friend that she has, like, she goes to the underworld with him, and surprisingly, then like her mother, Winona Ryder, is like, oh, like, my daughter made a friend and like at this house, and then she finds out from somebody that's from the town that like that guy actually is dead and his parents are dead, that he supposedly like killed his parents, and then the cops are trying to get him, and then he fell and like broke his neck from his treehouse with like trying to run away. He fell out and died himself. So that house has been like condemned. Nobody's lived there. Like nobody would want to buy it. So the parents are seen later on in the movie how the son had killed them, like stabbed the mother in the face, and I forgot what happened with the father. They just sort of for like a moment. But Jenny Ortega gets to see her father in the afterlife, and like he helps her, that she's able to get out, because with that book, like the recently deceased book, like in the first movie, that she does some spells so she can get into there, but it was actually so the young guy could trade places with her to be back alive, while she goes to the underworld and like is dead for him. But her father helps her escape, and it was funny that Danny DeVito has a little part in this movie at the beginning as someone in the underworld, as well as William Dafoe. He has a part in this too, as like a underworld cop trying to like get Beetlejuice. And there's another story with like Beetlejuice. He actually had a wife before, and she's like a soul sucker, so she can like when people are dead, she makes them not just like dead, but dead, that there's no coming back from. They're not even in the underworld afterlife, that they're completely gone, that she sucks the soul out of them, which is sort of interesting. And like he wants to get rid of her, that like he was going to want to marry Lydia, who's played by Winona Ryder, but that doesn't work out. And it seems that like the wife, who's actually over there, is Beetlejuice's wife from when he was alive, but then like he's dead, and that he's trying to get away from her. So it was an interesting movie. I'm not gonna say the end to not like spoil it, but maybe there could be a sequel to this. I don't think so, but like possibly, because like at the end there's like a dream in a dream about stuff, so it's sort of like open-ended with that. But it was definitely a cool movie. A lot of things relating to the original. Michael Keaton did great as his old character of Beetlejuice, and the mother did well too. Her careers as well, and actually she dies too in this with her husband, that she was trying to like do some sort of like ritual, like ancient Egyptian, and with asp, like a poisonous snake, and they've been defanged supposedly. They weren't defanged, and then they go and get her, and she's in the underworld herself, and like, you know, looks for her husband there to help like get her out so she can go back to life. But it was an interesting movie. Winona Ryder did well. She's sort of different than the original, but like, you know, she's older now. But overall, the movie was good. Had a lot of things like the original and some new things. It was expanded upon about like Beetlejuice's origins, and the underworld was expanded upon as well, and like could see more of that town with the house that they had that was haunted. So it was definitely a fun movie to see. In the movie theater, it seemed like a lot of like young people there, like some with their parents and all. Like we started like 7 o'clock, so not too late. So that probably is part of it, but it was like definitely cool. So I guess like I don't think most of the people, like the young people with their parents that were seeing it, they might not even been born when the original was. But it's definitely a cool movie to watch. I definitely would suggest to see it. I definitely would want to get this on like DVD or Blu-ray when that comes out. Watch it again. Well, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, check out my previous videos, and enjoy the movie. Take care.